So there we are. We 10 o'clock. We are on. We're live.
We are live and we are on. So
Lovely.
please welcome everybody to this best practice in ergonomic and efficient workflows. Matt is going to introduce you. Thank you.
Well, hello. I'm Matt from Patline in Poole in Dorset, and this chappie here is Klaus, my colleague from Denmark, Logitrans. I was going to say, if you've got any questions as we're going along, feel free to tap them into the chat box on the right hand side and we'll address them or come back to them at the end. Now, what we're going to do is very briefly run through a little 30-minute or so introduction to some of the manual handling solutions and aids that Patline and our colleagues at Logitrans can offer. Obviously, we look to improve productivity and reduce manual handling risks. That's what it's about, and it's about happy employees and an efficient workflow. So that's all good stuff. By way of an agenda, I'm going to quickly run through a quick Patline introduction, then hand over to my colleague Klaus, the good-looking one, who will go through who Logitrans are, some interesting facts and figures he's got on some manual handling issues and some case studies and some actual applications to show how we can help. Okay, so Patline, some of you may know us, some might be new to us, but we've been going since 1993, which is 30 years. It's before I was born, so and we enjoy getting involved with clients' bespoke manual handling solutions. We design and build here in Poole in Dorset, and the little picture there shows home, and in there we have design, we have CNC machines and assembly, and obviously all the testing that goes on in there. We do mostly get involved with reel handling, drums, but it's whatever the customer needs. We get involved with exhaust handling, coffins, sacks, and even trays of sweets and all sorts of things like that. So our main compact lifter is a stainless steel screw lifter, so there's no hydraulics involved, which makes it perfect for sort of high care applications, aimed very much at the food and pharma industries. The attachments all affix to the lifter with a quick release slot system, which is interchangeable, so clients can have flexibility with different tooling and future-proof the lifter in case things change. The lift itself is very small footprint, very lightweight, very maneuverable and easy and friendly to use. The example there is another picture showing a chap lifting a roll in from above on a machine. This was quite a fiddly one because the access issue, but we overcame it with as you can see, a J clamp there, which lowered in from above, rotated the arms out of the way, and then lifted and withdrew. You'll also see that it looks like there's two columns there. There's actually a screw lift column lifting another screw lift column. That's because the overall height was quite high, but we still needed to go through a small pedestrian doorway. So we overcame it by having a sort of double lift system on there. Quite a specialist solution, but worked well. Some more examples here of our sort of solutions that we do. Top left, we have a vertical spindle, which is a core gripper, which lifts reels from the core, from the vertical in this case, and rotates them to the horizontal. Quite common application to lift reels from pallets and then transfer to mandrels or drop onto another pallet or a trolley. The middle one is an example of our drum handling clamp, which grips and rotates sideways. We can adapt the pads on that to lift reels as well. And the bottom one is a similar drum clamp and rotator, but this time it tips forwards rather than sideways. All three of those, as you can see, have got little electric motors on, so it's all fully powered, but equally you could have a manual gearbox, manual rotation solutions to that. You'll also see that some have got wide legs, some have got different wheels, so we can obviously customize the length, the width, the lift height, the column height to suit the application. Okay, we do also get involved with warehouse applications or applications that are a little bit out of scope for our compact lifter. We're good for about 300 kilograms. So if the application is higher than that, then we can now turn to our friends at Logitrans to look at a hydraulic solution or powder coat solution if that's what's needed, which lends us nicely. It complements our range nicely. So we move on to the Logi. Now, we've been working with Logitrans for 20 odd years. The attachments we produce are compatible with the Logi, so we can use the same carriage system. And indeed, we do sell our vertical spindle attachments and other attachments to Logitrans to then sell on. So there's a two-way sort of relationship there. But now we are looking at sort of pallet handling. We're looking at anything up to 1,200 kilograms, DOLAVs, IBCs, some of the rotating solutions that we've got. The Logi range also gives us manual propulsion and lift, semi-powered and full powered. So it's a very good range there that we can call upon. Now that brings me nicely on to my friend Klaus, who will appear, or might not appear, to run through the Logitrans section of the presentation. Is he going to arrive? There he is. So over to you, Klaus.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Please mute your mic and yes, the camera. Great to see you. Just want to welcome Bradley from Sidecraft. Bradley, is the sound okay? And are we going clear, loud and clear? Please give me a thumbs up or thumbs down on the chat board on the right side. Nice to have you here, Bradley. Excellent. Looking good. Thank you. All right. Just close my camera so you focus on cases also from real life and some video examples as well. And we have focused on ergonomic. Logitrans is founded in 1940 in Denmark and is today run by Dorte and Gitte, who is the third generation of Logitrans. Headquarter is in Denmark, where we have our sales and production. And we also have a small production in China, and we make sure and are comfortable that we have the same high-end quality in China as we have here in Denmark. The Chinese production is mainly for the Chinese Asia area region. We have a sales office in Chicago, USA, covers North, Middle, and South America. 95% of our production is exported to 55 countries worldwide. So 80 years in business, and our core industries are mainly printing and packaging, foods, pharmaceutical, distribution, and components. But we also covers other industries if we have requests from these areas. These are the main core industries, what we focusing. We want to be the best into lifting up to maximum 3.3 meter and 1200 kg. So which business are you working in? We have a small questionnaire here on the chat form. There was a poll. What business are you in, Bradley? Could you please help us here? We'd like to know what you're focused on. If you're not into some of these industries, please just type in the industry you're in, Bradley. Would be great. Okay, excellent. In this webinar, we focus on ergonomic and efficient workflow and increasing productivity. With simple ergonomic improvements, there are many costs that can be reduced. Improvements that can be significantly reduced in the short and long term, which has a great influence on the work environment and the company's financial result, can be improved on the basis of increased focus on ergonomics and work process. In this webinar, we will show you cases from real life, what we see in some industries and what challenge they have. I will have a short video here with my new friend Nupo. He's a great guy who had some issues with ergonomic challenges. Great. What does ergonomic means? Ergonomic means adjusting the work to the human body. It is a conscious choice to focus on work, process, and equipment. Focus on workplace ergonomics is not only good for your employees, but also for your bottom line. Ensuring your employees' good working conditions will result in happy employees with less sick days and will optimize production processes and increase productivity and efficiency. Your employees are your most valuable assets. Now, safety must be top priority, and it is your responsibility to always ensure correct working positions. If you want high performance and an efficient working environment, you need good employees, but equally important, good facilities and a context which enables productivity. Poor working. Why care about ergonomics? Poor working environment are costly to employees, companies, and society. Work-related injuries, sick days, and inefficient processes cause lost production, employee turnover, and delays. Work-related injuries and illness result in globally loss of 3.9% of all work years, cost approximately 3.680 billion euros. In EU, loss of 3.3% of all work years cost approximately 476 billion euros. That's a big amount of money, and improving the ergonomic workflow, you can actually increase your revenue. How big is the issue when injured? Risk at work, manual handling, causes over a third of all workplaces. 33% injured their back when lifting manual over time. These include working-related musculoskeletal disorders. We call that MSD in the future slides, such as pain and injuries to arms, legs, joints, and repetitive strain injuries of various sorts. The term manual handling covers a wide variety of activities, including lifting, lowering, pushing, pulling, and carrying. If any of these tasks are not carried out appropriately, there is a risk of injuries. Every year, 300,000 suffers from back pain. MSD is the biggest work-related issue. The iceberg analogy is what we see on the top of the iceberg, and underneath is what makes the business case. So in fact, loss of production is an indirect or a hidden cost. Loss of of goodwill due to low delivery, low efficiency due to training of new employees, resources spent on finding substitutes, resources spent on claims, employees feeling unsafe, insecure, and risk. And the direct cost is a cost to cover sick leave due to accident, injuries, work-related stress. In terms of injuries and workplace accident, it is important to consider both the direct and indirect cost. We call the iceberg analogic because the top of the iceberg equals the direct costs that are obviously linked to injuries and sick days. The bottom of the iceberg, which often makes the business case, as I mentioned. So why care about ergonomics? Research shows that investment is good working environment. Payback 2.2 two times. And why? Fewer sick days, fewer accidents, more efficient workflows, happy employees, improved bottom line. It makes sense. The result of a study of 250 companies by the Washington State Department of Labor and Industries show you can increase productivity with 25%, which has direct impact on your revenue. As mentioned before earlier, to have focus on ergonomic will increase productivity. And it will decrease in labor cost by 43%. That's a huge amount of money you can find there. So cost of downtime, we'll also have a short focus on that in the manufacturing industry. According to study, 3% of all working days are related. All working days are lost annually in manufacturing due to faulty machinery, equating up to 49 hours of working and 31,000 pounds per company. A single instance of machine downtime, an average of 12,000 pounds, has a huge consequences of lost production, wasted labor, stress, lack of innovation, and loss of trust and goodwill. So it's very important that the machinery is running reliable, is a good quality, high-end quality like Packline and Lundytrans are. What we see in the industry when we are visiting end users, like this company shown on the picture, is from the food industry in England. It's a typical case where the former management has no focus on ergonomic, no focus on the employees' environment, how the workflow is moving along. Placed pallets on the floor is a typical case. And when we look at this, it's we have a positive positive attitude to that, because we can see here is a possibility of improvements. This company has 23 production lines, 2,400 employees, and they're working 24/7, 364 days a year. And the operator on each production line doesn't have any equipment to help them lift up the pallet, so they have an ergonomically correct lifting height that benefits their production flow, and the efficiency is very low in this case. And this guy, this operator in this production line, is filling up a pallet without any help lifting up the pallet. He is lifting approximately 3 kg of boxes. 50 boxes on one pallet is 150 kg per pallet he's lifting. And I assume that he is lifting, he's filling up 50 pallets in one day, in 8-hour working day. That has a huge impact on his health. He's arms, shoulders, and necks, and back is injured over time. And this company, the HSEQ department, told me directly, we have between 6 and 20 employees injured each month. And the management, fair to say, it was a former management, has no, as I mentioned before, has no focus on ergonomic, has no focus on the health of the employees. They were just looking with a blind eye onto that. So their attitude was, if they're not if they're having a bad back or injured, okay, we'll change the employee, we'll have a new one in, and that cost a lot of money. So a new management came in, and they were looking at how can we improve, how can we be more efficient and increase the productivity. Because the management looked at the cost when they have injured their employees. They have loss of production, £8,000 per person. Overtime wages, £3,000. They have replacement work, £7,000. Totally, one injured person costs £18,000. That is a huge amount of money. Just because there is no focus on ergonomic, there is no focus on employees' health. They don't care about employees. So if the management care about the employees, you will have a positive revenue. Focus on ergonomic will give you a positive revenue. Numbers don't lie. Every year in UK, 42,000 work incidents occurs. 19,000 reported occupational diseases, which is MSD cases 6,604. That is equal with 35%. A huge amount of money to get there. So this video I will show you here is a video to show you the benefit of using a Loditrans tiller for this operator. He has trouble when he bends over into the box to empty it. And the case is that with the Loditrans, you will have equipment to lift up the box in the right level. Okay, that shows you the benefits of a Loditrans. It increases efficiency and productivity. It reduces sick days, and the employee is happy. Very important to increase efficiency. We got another case from real life. This is a typical case in which shows you what we see in the industry. This guy you're looking at in a moment, you can see the challenge. It is obviously a huge challenge for the operator, and he will in the future have huge back problems. Lifting a box with plastic bottles. He had back injuries, huge cost for the company, inefficient work processes, unhappy employee, and bad work environment. And our fully powered rotator, which we will show you here, we have made a suggestion for them with an angle platform. It has ergonomically correct working position. It increased efficiency. and it will reduce sick days. And you can see slotting on the box and rotate it and empty it onto the production line. Great product. This is a typical case from the industry. Previously, we have supplied a company in the food industry who makes pasta. As you can see on the picture, we have supplied them with a Lucky Flex box rotator. The issue was that they need to empty the box of pasta into the hopper, and we suggested them this self-driven Lucky Flex stacker, which can rotate the box and empty the pasta into the hopper. So the challenge was that they did it manually, and they had challenge with the bad back injuries. They have shoulder injuries, and the operator was not happy. It was inefficient workflow. So this case is brilliant case because it shows you that the operator doesn't really uses his power, and he isn't challenged with lifting up the box, because the Lucky Flex stacker is lifting up and empty the pasta into the hopper. So he just needs to make sure that everything is poured over into the hopper, and it is a smooth operation. It will increase the sick days, decrease the sick days, and increase efficiency and productivity. The guy is happy. Another great example from real life is what you're going to see now is from a company in Spain. And it shows you on the right side of the production line, you will see the manual handling production. And on the left side, you'll see the Luddy Trans electric high lifter with level control is going to help the other operator on the left side to do a ergonomically correct work process. A great example how to do things. Just hang on a minute.
Again? What do you reckon?
Oh,
Brilliant.
sorry, wrong slide. Oh. Yeah, you will bring on the case in a few seconds, Matt. We'd like to offer you to book an online meeting with Matt from Packline and myself from Luddy Trans. If you are looking for us to help you increase your productivity and efficiency, I would like to offer you our advice and our expert knowledge to help you with a better ergonomically correct workflow. So please feel free to book us in an online meeting. You'll have the contact info at the end of this webinar. So Matt, here you are. Please bring it. Tell us about this case with this fellow.
Will do. Well, this was a solution. This guy was very similar to the pasta sample that we saw earlier on. This chap was scooping rubber stoppers out of a Dolaf crate with an ice cream type scoop and onto the production line. We put the demo in, and eventually they bought the same, basically the same solution that we saw, the crate lifter and rotator. And a few months later, I happened to be on site. I walked past and I had a chat to him and I said, "What do you think?" And he said, "Klaus, press the button."
Honestly. Yeah, I wouldn't like to be without it now.
Start again. What do you reckon?
Brilliant piece of kit, it is, honestly. Yeah, I wouldn't like to be without it now.
Start again.
Third time lucky.
Okay.
Yeah, that's straight out of his mouth. I mean, he loved the machine and it made his life so much easier.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Today's key takeaway, we hope you enjoyed it. We're focused on caring for your employees is naturally, and it is also economically sound. Investment comes back 2.2 times. Indirect cost of work-related injuries is what makes the business case. And investment in ergonomic is an investing in a better future, both for your company, the management, and for the employees' sake. It is very important to focus on ergonomic. So here are our contact infos. Yeah, no, this way. Please feel free to contact Matt and I. We are here to help you, and we are your best wingman. We will say thank you for today.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you here. Take care and have focus on ergonomic and your employees' health. It will give you a positive revenue. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you for your time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All right.